start the show. Diggy diggy doo doo. Diggy 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 doo doo. Is it? Chickity chick. Oh. Okay, we live. Jesse the fish. We did it. Yo, morning boss. Morning boss. Hey, guys and gals. It's been way too long. Been dreaming of streaming. Been dreaming of streaming and doing other things. How is everyone? How's morale on this, whatever day it is? Man, have I got a story for yous. But just 1 second. Beep, boop, boop, beep, 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 boop, boop, beep, beep, beep. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I did, and then I totally forgot. Man. I looked and I found a video. Oh yeah, this story. Man, I'm never gonna get over this story. It's a good thing as well. I just remembered. Oh, shaka Zulus. I just remember I've been doing a little couch coding in the evenings, doing little code tidy ups and stuff, and forgot to push that to the do the git commit. It's a little dark up in here. Let's get a little brightness on this. Yeah, so this story, I don't know I don't know why I find it such a big deal, but and don't worry, I'll be telling it multiple times. So you may wonder why this chair is here. You may not wonder, you may not care, but before buying this chair, I did a lot of research, and you know, the whole, if you've worked, you know, we've all worked in situations in front of computers for many years. And back in the day when I used to do like audio recording and stuff, the Herman Miller Aeron was the chair, you know, that you go into the proper studios and they all have the Herman Miller. And I was like, oh, one day it'd be nice to own a Herman Miller. And I was looking at Herman Millers before buying this, and they're just like ridiculously expensive. Like even a sketchy imported from some dodgy importer one was like 1,200 Australian dollars or something, and I was just like, dude. So anyway, I was out yesterday morning, and I was walking through an alley by my house in Australia, in Sydney, Australia, and there's like this they just put their trash out on the side of the road. They have like inorganic collections or whatever. And I was with this dude from my building where he was walking his dog. And I was like, look at this big pile of like rubbish. And I was like, that chair looks kind of nice. That chair looks like a proper chair. This one that I'm sitting on. Which is, I was like, it looks like a Herman Miller. A Herman Miller Mirror 2 in grey. And I was like, I always wanted a grey one. So I like tested the up and downy and all that, and I was like, you know, I'm taking this home. I brought it home. It had been out in the rain, light rain, so it had a little dampness, but it's mostly just mesh and stuff, so it's all good. $1,800 Herman Miller in the street. 1,800. The posture, the ergonomics, doesn't have arms, but you know, whatever. What are you gonna do? Never gonna get over that. I always wanted a grey Herman Miller, and there it is in the street. Don't know if that was an underwhelming story or not, but you know. Yeah, anyway, anyone? I did not I did not steal the chair. Yeah, I upcycled it. In this country, people throw away perfectly good Herman Millers. I mean, it's got a couple of bumps and stuff on it, but I was wondering if it was like there was also like a baby, what are those things where babies sit and they can, like a baby carrier? Yeah, no arms, but you can buy the arms for the price of a normal chair. But I don't know, that I've been getting like shoulder issues, and I don't know if it's the chair or just the general aging and sitting in front of a computer, but I'm gonna give this a go for a little while. Commit, sync. Wow, I've got some like Christmas music. Picking through the trash, finding the treasures. Yeah. Well, people do like there's a lamp, just this lamp that's just here. People put it out on the street with a free sign all the time in Australia, and because it's usually like in Sydney, it's usually pretty good weather. Stuff is usually fine. This was a perfectly fine lamp that just had to huck around a few streets when we were walking the dogs. Yeah, no, I think it's just, I think it's also the, does anyone use a vertical mouse or an ergonomic mouse of some description? Because it's like the tingling fingers, like when you got your pressure on your wrist all day and stuff. Time is cruel. Time was cruel. All right, we're all up to date. Yeah, no, same. There are certain chairs. Certain chairs. Yeah. There are certain chairs that just do your back in no matter what. I used to have a chair back home. It was this old 70s chair, and it was really cool looking, but man, do not sit in it. Okay, we're just spiraling. So yeah, I found a Herman Miller chair on the street. Could be a knockoff, but it looks pretty legit. Oh! Ooh! Ooh! What's been going on? What's been going on? I felt a bit bad in the last stream because I was like, yo, we're going to make this game. And then it was like 2 hours of me trying to figure out grid coordinates, which was really lame. So I've been doing quite a bit of stuff in the BG and have advanced things a little bit. Ergonomic mouse or keyboard, but I got one of those soft mouse pad. Oh, the soft mouse pad. Is it in the shape of anime woman, perchance? I mean, I wouldn't say that you'd do that. I'll just, I'd love to get one of those. I don't know if I'd love it, but in theory, whenever I see someone with a split keyboard, they're all like, brrrr. Then you gotta like learn how to type again. Is that really happening? It is not, but not against the idea. Yeah, well, AliExpress maybe. Yeah. So I feel like the project is actually starting to take shape. The project is feeling shapely. Okay, colored text debug was what I did on a couch yesterday. Sync it up. Yeah, the split keyboards, especially people that have them like far apart on the side and they're just going blah, 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 and they got all these layers and whatnot to type with it. All right, we're all set now. Now. I've got this sweet thing. I don't know if it's that sweet, but to me it's pretty sweet. Where you can make marks on VS Code and it'll put them in the minimap. One of these long files, and then you can just find stuff a little easier. I was thinking about it. Does anybody... The shapening. Does anybody use like a project, like something like Trello or something for their project, for their programming stuff? To say like this module needs this and this is what we're working on and then these are the plans or anything like that, or just like notes in a file or Obsidian or anything? I was thinking about making a little thing about the game to keep track of because I got these notes of what to do next and whatnot. I've even got this thing to do tree, but I don't really... Oh, there they go. To do, render model. Task list. Milanote. What's Milanote again?
Milanota.
It's kind of like Mirror, but different. How people use it. Creative agencies. Oh yeah, I see. Task Warrior. Trello is basic but can help organize. I use it. Yeah, every time I've used Trello, I've I'm going to set up a Trello and then never look at it again. I love pen and paper things. So the current state, I mean, things are starting to shape up. I've split this like I did in Odin with 3 modules. Well, there's Daisy Trains, which is like initializes the genie, the game, and the editor. And then each of those modules has its own sort of package. Yeah, notes on paper. Oh yeah, your own. Yeah, make your own. So yeah, Daisy Trains just holds a pointer to the game, the editor, and the genie, and they malloc themselves. And I was thinking about I built, we talked about arenas. I built the arena system, so I was thinking of having an arena that holds the game, the editor, and the genie, so they're all in the same memory space. I don't know how much difference that'll make, but I've also got editor. Editors have the modules all have a permanent arena and a frame arena, so you can allocate stuff on the frame that gets deallocated. Actually, I'll load up the project because there's a few things that actually I got going. I'll make it a bit bigger as well. The old laptop res. The genie is like my name for the engine, I guess. The genie, you ask the genie things. You say, Genie, please do this thing, and it does it. So yeah, now I've got this I've kind of fixed being able to go in multiple directions. And so this is volume based now. So you set this and then you can set the height of the level. And also when it allocates this grid, it actually allocates the grid to the size. It's not set by a static size now. They're just pointers to pointers to pointers of cells, and they get allocated on the arena. It auto calculates the rail grid. And also I got a new mode I can do to do what do you call it? Draw area drawing, which is currently only 1 level at a time, but it certainly beats clicking the mouse 500 times. This works, but it's for these slopes, it's one iteration late when it calculates the in and out points. We got busy. I felt bad in the last one. It was a bit lame. So I got a little bit busy making things. And when you're in rail mode, you can build rail And the whole way it works is way better now, because now each, like, if I click on this guy, this is the selected node, and if I hover it, it's red. It means you can't connect to that. It will let me connect to that, which is weird because that one shouldn't be valid. But see, anyone outside of its neighbor radius is not valid. So each of them know what their neighbors are. And there's a debug for that as well. The other thing is this here, like, oh, maybe there's just not an initialization check, that it's not active. But it should also, you can see there's this little purple box. Sorry, I'm just kind of rambling on. Like this one will be like, there's a purple thing in the middle, and it checks to make sure there's a cell between them. Otherwise it won't let it build. So it's not 100% bulletproof, but it's way better. And also now each cell knows about its neighbors. I mean, its potential rail connections. And each rail connection knows about its cell neighbors, because it's doing this lookup where it's looking left and right or up and down and seeing if there's a cell there for when it, it's hard. Anyway, also there's, I don't know if you can see there's like a, in pink, it's pretty small. I should make it bigger, but this is like the bit representation of the current connections on the grid thing. So it's bit flags, and it's stored that way. Oh yeah, if you click a thing, it'll say rail already exists or whatever. Yeah, and the world, you can still make multiple levels. Oh, I just overwrote that level, that's cool. Loading and saving doesn't work, I broke that pretty badly. There's a little debug system, I might make that a bit bigger. But it's all kind of deferred debug. There's the log and the debug text, and it kind of, you can just throw out a bunch of text with a color if you want, and then it'll print them out in order on the top left. So it's like screen space debug log kind of thing. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's feeling pretty good with the arenas. The arenas is feeling pretty good. So now there's like 3 mallocs in the game. Oh, there's mallocs for the 3 modules, and then there's arena inits, which are also mallocs. So the only mallocing happens on init. And then any allocating to the arena happens in a reusable thingamabob. I had a funny bug the other day. I just left the game open and walked away, well, the editor. It came back like 10 minutes later and it had crashed because the arena for the UI, I was adding these UI commands, and all it is a function pointer. So it was just a single pointer, and it was adding like 1,000 a second or however fast the loop was running. And it was like 8 megabytes big or something. So it took so long for it to fill up with little, however big a pointer is, like 8 bytes or whatever it is. 1 byte? I don't know how big a pointer is. And it was slowly, and I was forgetting to reset the arena at the beginning of each frame. So it just kept stacking them, but it took so long to fill it up. Anyway. This all seems much more exciting in your own head when you're doing it. What was I doing? Oh yeah, there was a thing with the rail. I just noticed the little bag. This needs to be Is rail valid? Rail node check active. Make link. Connection exists. If connection exists, print. Okay. We need to check. So right now we're storing pairs of connections. Check the connection pairs. And make the link. This should only work if is rail connection valid? Midpoint da 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 da. So it doesn't actually check to see if the link cell. Oh, if link cell is not initialized. Result valid equals false. So why was it letting me make thingamabobs? So it was letting me go to there, wasn't it? Maybe I won't worry too much about that. What's the S-lock? What is the S-lock? What is S-lock? What is the S-lock? What? Alright, we won't worry about that. Maybe we'll just do something fun, because otherwise I get in the weeds of fixing little things. So game has, the counter code. How do I do that? I think I had a thing. Did I have a thing called count lines in directory in workspace? Wait, which maybe just in source. Count lines in directory. It says 3K. It's not very much. But they're carefully crafted lines. It's wide code. Every line is as wide as possible. Alright. Oh, I've got these model rail, flat rail, corner rail, sloped. Models, terrain blocks. I could just put these model rail pieces. And do I have a rail enum rail? Mark rail, rail type, link type. Oh. Maybe I'll just do it explicito right now. Okay, we'll just have this flat sloped thing. And get rid of the rail ones on the rail builder. Do we reference these anywhere? I don't know why it takes so long to run the first build. Model rail flat. Also why I can't browse to things anymore. No matching results. What? Ah, is it because it's being cut off? Come on, dude. That's pretty funny. Okay, I had the rail in here for some reason. G game models dot rail pieces. It would be better if there was an enum. Yeah, it's really nice to see like the C patterns emerging in how you do things. Well, I mean how I'm doing things, or how they seem to want to be done. Rail, let's have another enum. Enum, seems like a lot of enums. Rail node type, rail link. And we'll have another one. Might get a little confusing. Enum rail piece type, rail piece flat corner sloped. It knew. Oh, I've turned on back on GitHub. Now it's writing my program for me. Oh, you see that new AI model? Hooey! Can we get a little bit of that? Can I get that in my Copilot? I want the Chinese AI to read my code now. We'll also have a thing called rail piece count. Game, mark game, game models, sorry, rail pieces, rail piece count. Is there any difference? Would there be a difference in theory from doing just like a usize rail piece flat equals 1? This is the same as an enum, right? It's just nicely encapsulated. Or even as like a struct. It's probably just the same thing. Okay. So these rail piece flat. Yeah, buddy. Write my code for me. Types will have different sizes. Now there is a thing where Raylib, you're supposed to unload models and textures and everything, and I'm just not doing it. And I don't know whether that's a bad thing. So on Rail update, let's make some marks. Do you know what I'm trying to do here? Mark Rail node. That's not what that is. Rail update. Enums are uint32, t's u32 in your case. Your u size is a size t, which can vary. Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I rewatched those original things where you guys were helping with setting up the like type defs and stuff. I was like, oh, it was good to have people with a bit more knowledge. I was like, oh yeah, makes sense. You don't know what this is. Rail grid build. Rail update. So we're gonna wanna and now I can't help but think of that thing, link test equals Israel connection valid. Why it is saying link cell. If link cell is initialized, but it doesn't test if the link neighbor. Okay, we have the neighbor. and link node equals link node. And so I guess we can just say why don't we just test that before we do this is rail connection. Sorry, I'm talking as if you know what's going on, but you know, it's just the process. Link test equals is rail if RB current node, selected node and current node, and is it active? There it is. I'm just going to do a little testy. Now this, oh yes. Now we can no longer connect to unenabled nodes. Nice. Okay, fix that little boog. A little booglay. So we were doing, we have a thing called draw somewhere. Draw node neighbors. Oh yeah, I've got all these things here. So draw neighboring cells, draw node neighbors. Did I change this to neighbors? Node neighbors. Spelling things, trying to spell things in American. It's like a bad habit from the days of working in JetBrains Writer, where it was like color is spelt the American way. And I was like, instead of fighting it, I'll just... What am I doing? Oh yeah, this... I don't know if you can see that. Maybe it's easier with a single blocky. So that, the blue, I might draw them a little... 7. Oh, you can see. So that this node that I'm hovered on, the rail link node, those are all its neighbors. So those are the ones it can connect to. So at the beginning of the game, I mean, whenever the grid is initialized, it steps through all the nodes and then they look in a specific set of directions based on what type of node they are, because this one can connect vertically and this one can connect horizontally. And it stores them for quick lookup, so you can just say in direction, and all the directions are mapped to macros of northeast, southwest, up north, up east, northwest, all that stuff. So it just becomes stepping through little arrays to find if a thing is a neighbor. So it's green when it is a neighbor, but it isn't green based on validity. Yeah. Anyway. Also the cell also stores its neighbors, because that's what's driving the updating. Oh yeah, this is the neighbor. Each node knows what cells to check to know if like there's if that's there, this node switches off, because it looks through these red nodes and it's like, well, if any one above me and to the right is flat or to the left is flat, then I must not be available. There's a little rule set there. And then finally there is another thing that doesn't seem to work. Node last hit cell rail nodes, node active. Okay, whatever. Don't worry about that. At some point we draw these actual connections. Do we remove connections? Do we have a way to remove connections? This is draw rail, draw connections. Connections is just a thing of connections, and it's a pair of node pointers. But I believe there's no way to remove a connection. Let's close some of this stuff down. Maybe that's a thing for... Okay, rail.c. Looking at some of these. Rail connections. Whoa, hey, that looks kind of cool. Rail connect valid. Connect to valid. I don't know whether these are check active. Direction get reverse direction, one of my favorite functions. It shouldn't be in this file. Make link. And there should be a thing called break link, I guess. But it'll be alright for now. This is my favorite function. Actually, I got a little help writing it, but it is the bit flag formatter. I just dream of formatting every type of data into a visual thing that I can see. Oh yeah, this is the crazy build neighbor network. Set neighbor. Okay, so what were we doing again? Drawing. We were drawing. So this is the rail update. Rail draw, rail. Draw connections. This should probably be a function. Rail void. No. Rail draw. Do we need the grid we're drawing on? I think we're going to draw all the rail in the world for now. Okay, void rail draw. So currently draw rail takes in all the levels in the world. Where did it just put that? Rail draw, okay. Draw connections. World equals game world. And this draw connections debug. Debug draw connections. If 0. And if now we need to do actual rail pieces. So how did we do it? I believe it was not as straightforward as I would hope. Open recent Daisy Trains prototype. Okay, render, draw grid, and this was drawing based on draw rails. So it was drawing based on the rail type set on the cell, which is a misnomer in this one, I believe, because these rail types are like bit flags, but I don't think we're using them. So we can do a for, because we just have a count of rail builder dot, wait, who owns these rail links? the rail connection grid. Makes sense. Okay, so we'll go max levels in world again. Level, pointer level equals world level. If the level is initialized, rail connection grid equals level grid connection grid. Then we can just do a simple for usize j in c grid connection count, and then rail link equals, why are they called connections and links? Is this of type rail connection? Oh, rail link and rail connection is different things. What's the difference? A rail connection is a connection. A rail link, they're the same thing. Where do we use rail link? We don't. If I was to comment this out, and build, it would be fine. Okay, rail link is a misnomer. Connection. Okay, so we could start by doing the debug cylinder between them to make sure. I mean, this is exactly the same thing as above, so that should work. Do we determine rail type? Do we determine? Whoa, we're getting brighter up in here, doggy. Let's go. Let's get it a bit more moody up in here. How did we determine the rail connection type before? Connection grid. Oh man, I'm so used to having arms and just resting on them. Set connection point. Connection point. Da-dee-da. Where's the actual make a rail piece? Build rail. Oh, I think this was in this messy thing here. So this little train updates, set next. Train updates. Oh man, this prototype is so wild. Okay. Get the nodes around the cell. Okay. Connection equals east. How do we test for this? Need the trusty thingamabob. Man, no shoulder pain thus far with this chair. Could be the one. So I guess we've got this point that we've got. We're like, that's a connection. I guess it's just simply the direction. M that was a lot of research and development right there. So the node, it knows all of its neighbors. The set node neighbor, they're in directions. And this is set to 16. It should just be link type. Why have I got so many confusing things? This build neighbor network. Okay, build east west, set neighbor node north, northeast, and we're using direction count. So that neighbor count thing sucks. We'll get rid of it. This should just be direction count also. It's wasted space because it doesn't necessarily, it definitely doesn't have 16 different connections, but they need to stay in order so that they're easily accessible. So this link type is also like not a thing, I don't think. I don't think I'm using this anywhere. No. And rail type. None, north, south, east, west. This is also is this not the same as direction? Down south, up east, southeast, southwest. What would they be different? Northwest. North to west is the same as northwest. Maybe we don't need rail types either. This will create a error. The direction. So when we do set the rail, we make a link. We node 1 and node 2. But it doesn't actually handle the making of the grid cell at world, link cell, debug, bounding box, draw the cell, no cell return. Okay, so this is check the underlying cell. Oh, is connection valid? Yeah. So at some point we just do is make link. So this here, we could put these things into that one. These could go down into the make link because that makes more sense. Make the link. Selected node 1 equals node 1. Link flags. Oh, I guess it doesn't know because we did it. Okay, I get why that's there now. Okay, link flags equals link test direction. Link flags. Is that what these links are for? Rail link test, rail connection. So we make a new rail connection, but we don't set the direction. Make link. So this should take also a direction. Rup. Oops. Link test. Dot direction. Brrr. Make link. Direction. I feel like make link shouldn't be all the way down here, but I guess it is. How that is. Rail make link. Now we can take these. Back again. Make the link. Okay. Don't know why we need these directions. We're probably overcooking things quite a lot. That's okay. Node 2. Direction. Okay, so we've set that they have links on that direction, but the main thing is this dot direction equals direction, I guess. The only suckful thing is that direction tells us the link 1, link 2, and the direction. So it will be able to get the correct piece of rail from the direction, I think. But it used to be on the cell, so it would be... I guess we could just get the cell the same way we're getting it and find the 0 point to draw it. So these link flags here are probably not needed. Where did we put draw rail? Check active. It doesn't have a marker, does it? It's just down here. Draw. Okay. So we can say a switch on the connection direction. Case north. Case south, case east, case west, case northeast, northwest, southeast. Yeah, just put them all. Just don't suddenly change up the... Let's just case it up, man. Up north, up south, up east, up west, down north. And these are there are redundancies. I guess we're just gonna say we're gonna model pointer to a model equals null, yeah. And then case north, model equals north south. Okay. models, rail pieces, rail flat, rail piece flat. But we also want to do, I guess we can also do, this can be case north or south. Rail pieces flat. I think the programming quality on streaming programming quality is low, but it's nice to be amongst people and be alive. What else do we need? This is where we were drawing a thing. Right now we're just gonna do a F32 Y rotation equals 0. And then Y rotation equals 0. This is where I was just using the cell to get the rotation. I could just get the underlying cell. A co-working office, yeah, except one person's talking. If only everyone had a little mic and we were all just rambling on. Hey man, can you shut up? I guess you guys could just turn me off, turn me down. I just aim to be the chap who makes a lot of jokes to make up for the coding. We could have a cell pointer, cell equals null, and we could get the cell equals get cell and direction. Is that an actual function? That might actually work. It might not be the best. It also does a lot of mathematics, which we don't want to do. We're already storing all this stuff. Why? Maybe when we make a link, we store the cell that it's on. Maybe that's a good idea. There's probably a way to not need the cell at all. Maybe we should try to do it without the cell. Not me. It wasn't me. I did not eat your sandwich. Oh yeah, next stream got to get that chat overlay happening. Oh yeah, sorry about having the Explorer open if that's triggering anyone. Why don't we have a ugly terminal open instead? We could go Zen mode. Fully Zen. Have the mini map, just crank it over there. Let's just try this way. East west. Oh, we should probably break here as well, shouldn't we? How's that for formatting? Let's just try. It's 90. Oh, well, okay, you just know, I guess. And then naively, if model, cell equals get cell. I don't need the cell. Let's not worry about the cell. How did we draw these when we draw them last time? Draw the train, draw the block close. If cell rail types equals rail northeast, we would do them at the cell position. This all needs to be calculated when the link's made, because we don't want to be calculating for every rail piece where it is every time, and rotation and all that stuff. I think the rail link. Oh, I ate everyone's sandwich. We will pre-calculate this. But all in all, we just did draw model. There's a draw model EX. Just get rid of all this. Well, what was it trying to do? It was trying to translate itself to the world position. Okay, that's not how that works. We can draw the model, and the position is, if we do it at a world position and the vector 3 rotation axis is 0, 1, 0, or in my little world it's V3 up, vector 3 rotation angle is Y rotation, and then that. And we will need to call this on rail update. We'll just call it up here. We'll say rail draw. It's 100% gonna be wrong. What did I do wrong, sir? Oh no. 680. Is there a go-to line 680? Missing a... What did I miss? Where did I miss a thing? 680 missing a semicolon? I guess we're just gonna... Can I just let them all fall through and say break? Yeah. Alrighty. So we wanted to test north, south, east, and west. Boom. Rail connection already exists. Is there a rail anywhere? Anywhere? Is there a rail? Is there a rail anywhere? Anywhere? Is there a rail? Did we load successfully? Terrain flat, terrain slope. Rail flat.glb file successfully loaded. Materials, meshes. Is this going to be something where the materials... Did I have to load the materials? Where am I setting the... All I'm doing, I am setting the albedo textures, aren't I? Is it just not drawing it? Terrain render. What if I was to just make this a Oh, that would be why. That would probably be why. Because I'm not actually using the renderer, I'm just trying to draw it in the middle of the update loop. So we want a... We don't have a draw model command, do we? But we can just make us... Or... render.c to do render model. This was like one of the first things we saw. Genie mesh data we have. We could just use a render function, but we'll make a thing. Let's make a thing. Struct model data. Model pointer, model, and let's do a position vector 3. Let's have a F32 Y rotation just for now. Model data, is that all we need? Just where to draw it in what rotation. Note, temporary. And then the renderer can have some I32 model count. Render mode. What? Model data, max mesh data. Yeah, that can be the same. And then we have a function called add command add object. Well, this is this one, which is a little, everything's a little whatever right now. If global genie render mode count, these should be the other way around. Otherwise, model data equals model data data. Genie model data data. Okay. Draw scene. Render meshes. Render models. Draw model EX, model data position, V3 up, Y rotation, vector 3, 1, white. And then make sure you always set the count to 0. Tried to get instance rendering working and it did not work yet, but it'll probably be good for things like rail pieces, I'm imagining. So we should with that be able to just say model data equals model data get data. No, just a model data. I guess we don't need that. We just need one of these, and one of these. Dot model equals model position equals that which is wrong. Rotation equals the Y rotation. Y rotation. This is Y rotation equals Y rotation. And then we can say genie add draw object. What do I call it? Render object. Data and render model. Draw model data. Oh, we need to, this is the fun thing about C. You always need to initialize everything to 0. What is mode count? Dot model. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Yeah, I was. I didn't tell you the other story. Over the weekend. There it is. There's the rail piece, just like we expected. Oh yeah. There it is. Just like we expected. For some reason it's black and white, but whatever. Yeah, I had this whole thing where I was like wanting to have I was like getting to the point where I was like wanting to draw a UI. I've actually got this draw UI thing. We'll make this a bit bigger so we can see it. So I've got these debugs on the top left, and I was like, I want to get into I want to be able to see what's going on, you know. I want information. I was like, is now the time, this was over the weekend, I was like, is now the time to look at a UI library maybe? And I put in, I think, Ray GUI, which I'm not really using. I think I'm only using it to set the font. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should use IMGUI, dear IMGUI. And then went on this spiral of like, dear IMGUI is CPP, C++, so you need C IMGUI, which is a wrapper that allows you to call the CPP files from C, and then you need RL C Raylib C IMGUI, which is a wrapper for C IMGUI that renders it through Raylib. And man, I don't know, I don't know about you, but the most stressful thing, 100%, is like trying to get libraries to work. I just couldn't, like, I'm too noob or something, but I was just struggling big time with just like, oh, you just build that into a thing and then build that into a thing and then that links with that and then you do that, and I'm like, everything had errors all the time. Even there's this new one called Clay, which is like a C layout by that dude who does C programming videos, and it looks really good. He was like showing how it works. It looks so, I was like, oh, this is what I need. It's a header only file. This is exactly what I need. It's all C. Just include the header, right? Include the header. Doesn't compile on MSVC. I'm like, but why though? It's like something to do with these C macros, and I'm asking Copilot, and it's saying like, oh, it's because of the MSVC compiler, and I'm like going in the Discord and I'm searching MSVC, and it's like, no one on planet Earth uses Visual Studio or something, or I don't know, or I probably just did something noobish. And then gave up and was like, you know what, I gotta just like in this, the renderer has the debug has a deferred text rendering thing where you give it a list of, you just say anywhere in your code, draw a piece of text, this is what I want, just like the console log, and then it just prints them out each frame and offsets them. Like, yeah, good enough, UI done. We'll get there. Does this load font have options? No. Oh, load font. Is there like a load font EX? Font size. And font size 24. I don't know what those other numbers are. Oh, at least now it's crisp. Jesse, what do you use for UI in your little situation? What were you using to build the UI on your sprite tool, actually, now that I think about it? What was going on there, eh? Don't know why I get the mouse hit point 2 times. Dun, 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 dun. What were we even doing? Oh, yeah, we're drawing rail. Dun, dun, dun. Premake makes that a whole lot simpler and it's easy to understand. Yes, you know what? That was kind of... Because I don't know CMake. This is a big fail on my point, is I don't know CMake. And I was trying to read the CMake files, and every project is built differently with a different system. And so that's why I use Visual Studio. Also, I like the debugger. I like my little tool chain. It works for me. But then I realized that like most things you find will be built with CMake and be cross-platform. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's make files using CMake. So you've got CMake to make files, I think. Something like that. I don't know, whatever it is. That was one really good, nice thing about Odin. It was like, Odin, build. Every Odin thing works exactly the same way. Take a tiny UI sprite, put the edges down and stretch or tile them, then the corners on top. Oh yeah, like the 9 slice. So you make your own little windows. That's cool. Okay, gonna eat dinner. If you have any questions, put them in chat and I'll try to answer. Shot. Oh, you must be back. Sorry, I started 2 conversations there. Oh, that's clever. Kind of pivoted on the music style from that hacker 80s style to like this. I don't know what you call this. Oh, here asking questions. I'm like, well, what the heck is all this stuff, man? Rail connection, 24 bytes. Okay, so we can make rail connection a bit bigger, maybe. So a rail connection. World position, draw position. When we make the rail connection, should we just store the draw position? Yo, what's up? How are we? How are? Should we just set the draw position when we make the link? And we could just do a step. I reckon we could maybe do a step. Rail make link. I think dot inverted equals, I don't know yet. Dot draw position equals not the vector3 midpoint. It is the get cell in direction world position. No, node 1 dot world position. Is there not a node 1? What are you complaining about? Incompatible types. Oh, get grid. Whoa. Get grid cell in. Let's just calm down here, buddy. Get grid cell in direction takes type cell pointer. What? What do you even want? What is happening? Rail connection. Yeah, I just wanna think. Grid Has no field draw position. Draw posit. Sometimes it does this, where it kooks out and doesn't store the thing that you made. Position. And you gotta like quit VS Code for it to then remember what it was Oh no, dude. Have I got two of them open? And when you make two instances of VS Code, it like doesn't know how big to make it. Okay, draw position equals get grid, get cell and direction. We need a grid, but we don't have the grid. I guess we can. This is kind of dumb. Grid 3D pointer grid equals world get current level grid. Grid cell get grid get cell and direction. That's get coordinate and direction half. Grid get coordinate and direction half. Is that the function I want? Now what do you want? You want a grid, the world position and the direction. And then in draw, we can draw connection, draw position. Now what? Yeah, pre-make. Yeah, that's what I got to. The conclusion was like, maybe just pre-make. Yeah, buddy boy. Yeah, that's not going to work because of reasons. Yeah, we got a little cross going on. Okay, we got rail, and that was way easier. Now with this setup, northeast. So north to east, north and east, and yeah, northeast. Model equals rail piece curve. What is it called? Corner, of course. Y rotation equals I don't know is the answer. That's another thing we could just get and set on the thingamabob. We could just get the cell pointer to the cell. Why not do that? Make link. Grid equals thing. Vector 3 coordinate. Cell coord equals grid get coordinate in half. Is this just going to work? Dot cell equals get cell at world position. Does this return a coordinate? Yeah, that's in world space, sir. Even it knows my code better than me. And then over here we just go cell, oh sorry, position equals connection, cell, world position. And the Y rotation equals cell orientation times 90.0 F times degrees to radians. Connection. And we could probably even just store the model on there. Because why are we getting it every time for every rail piece? It seems ridiculous. It's Christmas. We'll store everything on this thing. 32 bytes. That way we don't even need the direction. Maybe. I don't know about this inverted thing. That's for later. Model pointer model. So we could do this. I mean, all this rail connection doesn't even need to know the two nodes. I guess it does, because whatever. I'm going to try getting rid of that. This just needs saving, and then it'll be, hey, there is no such thing as the rail connection dot direction. Ooh, that is probably actually important. Let's not do that. Oh yeah, we were gonna do it in make link, weren't we? We were gonna do it in make link, weren't we? Alright, we'll just carry on this way for now. Make sure that things are still working. Model position, cell, world position, orientation. That's not right either though. Oh. It's correctly getting the cell, sir. We do need to use Y rotation, don't we? D. I don't know why the cell, oh, it's stepping up. It must be stepping up into the wrong cell when we get the cell. Which is strange. Grid get coordinate and direction half. World position. World position equals node 1 world position X. I think we just need to minus 0.001 off this. This code is pretty ugly. Yeah, CMake is one of those things I'm like, are we past that? Do we no longer need to... Oh, we need a plus half of it, right? Because there's a rail down here. Oh, yes. What is that? What is this SE? Oh, LC. Okay, so it's not so straightforward. How were we doing it before? We were doing something... Cell chord. Oh yeah, the draw position. It was better like that, wasn't it? We don't really need the cell. Maybe we do just want the vector 3 world position. Oh, I keep changing it. How were we doing it before? What was happening? It was better before. How do I go back? Because it was working. Was I... Rail connection has no thing, world position. Are we still activationists? Does this still work? Oh yeah, that works and that works. Yeah, okay, cool. Why would we overcomplicate things? As per usual. Northwest, northeast equals, okay. So let's try northeast because we already have it. So this is a northeast? Yes. That's a northeast. It needed to be a full 180, right? Okay, we're not quite. Is it a negative 90? No, I'm just guessing. This isn't very mathematical. I guess I don't know which way the rail piece. Where is it drawing? It's drawing it there. Where is this draw position? Draw me also a. Now this is where I really like this setup is debug sphere connection world position. I can just draw an object at any point in the code. Let's make it a bit bigger. Okay, that is the center point. Why is that the draw position? When that draw position is correct. Get grid chord direction in half. The node 1 world position direction. I guess this is just a little too naive. It stepped in a half direction. Did it? Did it not? I guess we could get this at vector 3 midpoint. I don't know if this is actually a good idea. Midpoint. This is a bit hacky. I guess we could just, instead of getting it in the direction, we could just get grid, get cell at world position. World position. Because it kind of steps into the cell. It goes halfway between them. It might not work. It's like the motto of the show. Oh yeah, see, it gets it, it always gets it high because we're technically on top exactly of this thing. But that worked. Oh baby. The mushroom land. Yeah, you. Oh. Oh, these just fall throughs. Okay. Okay. How are we doing it when we validate this cell? We say midpoint and then we hack the midpoint offset. Yes. Yes, we do. What's going on? Who's making noises? Oh, oh shit. Here we go. There are people cleaning the windows out there. Sorry, Nancy. We'll put it down. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Chili. Don't worry about it. We won't worry about it. Hey, Romanos. How are we? Yeah, Chili, I know. Oh no, how have I gone into the... Now we're down here. Oh. There's literally people abseiling down the window of the apartment. I've closed the curtains, but it's too late. All right, I'll take him out. Oh, right. We're back. And, yeah, we saw the window cleaner outside as well. Chili was taking a pee and then like looked up and was like, hey, what the heck is that? What the heck is that? Any tea drinkers out there? Any tea drinkers? Oh yeah, dinner time. What's for dinner? Hopefully not guinea pigs. Alright, so this is all bad. Now I'm realizing that there are actually rules to this game. Depending on what type of connection it is, and the direction is based on the direction of the direction needs to be. Want soup and I'm having chili cheese fries. See you, man. Enjoy the chili cheese fries. We need rules to this game. Based on if node 1 type is equal to link or node, what is it, rail node north south. So we need a different set of rules. I remember this being a punish last time. Hopefully there's a smart way to do it. The way we tested before, we just got the northeast south. Oh yeah. So again we will draw this thing. A nice drawing. So if it's doing the connection is northeast from this to there, then the actual rail type is the north. This is its northeast neighbor, but this is actually a southwest rail connection, south and west. This is where we had it. So we just store the state on the cell itself. Now we're kind of managing two states. The state of the node connections. We could do it on both. Whereby we have a cell and the rail nodes. I think this is getting kind of big, this cell structure. Yeah, it's very big. This is big. 16 round node. Okay. Oh, I guess that way, yeah, then we just set the thing as so it's north-south. So say if direction is equal to direction north east, for example, direction equals get reverse direction. So will this fix that problem? Just that simple code. So this is the right one, and this is do we not have a draw thing for that yet? Northeast. And the opposite of northeast is southwest. Alright, so that one works. So that is the one that we reversed. Rail connection already exists. Oh, we're not breaking here. Important. So that works, and that works. Okay. Carry on down this path for a bit. If direction equals that way, it's northwest. Tobias. Alu. If it's south and east, yeah, it should be north and west. I mean, south and east. Let's write the rest of the rules for this. Northeast, northwest. The model is the corner north, and west. I don't know. Let's find out. Zoop. Oh, that's a little zoomed in, and maybe a little small. So that one is now wrong. That one is right. Oh, this is only to do with north facing. Okay, they're all wrong. Oh, these are all else ifs. Okay, so we're going, yes, we're going that way. And then what about that way? And what about that way? That way, and that way, and that way, and that way. And that way, and that way. These big chunky marshmallows are really... Well, how come they all work? This is good music for this. Did I just make everything work? Perfect. Let's not draw this debug. And just double check that. So that one works, 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 that one works. How good? We're back. But what we don't have are the up dogs. Okay, yeah, this is starting to make sense. Up north. Maybe brake can go on the same line. Rail pieces slope. Is it sloped? No. It is not. Maybe I do want my brakes on the same line. Maybe not. Up south. Okay, do you know... Oh, we need a brake. This is going to cause chaos. So let's find out, because right now I don't think this is gonna. I think I can draw mega slopes. I can't. Okay, let's... Ooh, close. Okay, that one doesn't work, that one doesn't work, and that one doesn't work. Okay. Now, are we getting the... Olex, what's happening, Captain? How goes the mission? Don't know, this music's giving me the Jolinis. We need to do another switch. Oh, world position Y equals... We can get this. We can offset it. And then we offset this. I guess we can just say if direction is equal to up Are these just regular things? They are, aren't they? Up east or direction. One day at a time. That's all we can do. I know the feeling, man. Sometimes it's just like, this is not going to happen. And then some days they're like, it's going to happen. We're going to minus equals there. This is not. No, not the over 4. This doesn't seem good. We're going to be making these every time. Okay. My calculations are incorrect. Ooh. At least it drew that time. Okay, so if I start from the top to the bottom, it'll work. Yeah, beauty. The offset is wrong. Let's just say else here. World position plus equals cell size over 2. We want to go plus equals cell size over 4. Is this right? Oh, the amount of times I'm going to be building these levels and pushing wrong buttons. I don't know why that does that. Okay, that's not quite right. What was the original drop assertion? The original drop assertion offset was I calculating it every time on draw probably? The build offset. Oh, it's 0. Of course it is. Okay, if else. Okay, so if the rail node is north-south, else if direction is equal to up. Oh no. First, let's fix these rotations. So it was up east was 180 off. So is that negative 90? And this is 90. Oh, I always push the wrong button. Who designed this editor? That works, that works, that works, that works. Okay. But the... Oh yeah, and then down, because all we've got is the up. Here. It's like the Eiffel Tower. So down north. So this is debug draw connections. We're past that. All this stuff we're probably just going to pre-calculate. So once we've figured it out, down north. So up north. This is the problem with GitHub Copilot. You just go, oh yeah, that's probably right. And you just stop the critical thinking. So this is down north. Or is this down north? That's down north. Okay, so down north is correct. And these are all ors. Down east, down west, down north, down home, down south. Yeah. Formatting. I like it. It's like asking all of these. If direction, we could just change these so any of them are not equal, then do this. No, wait. Those are all ands. Then it has to check them all. Alright, whatever. There'll be better ways of doing these things. Down north, down south, break. Oh wait, oh did I just push Control D by accident? By accident? Lovely. Lovely. And that's a break. Therefore, bop beep bop boop bop beep bop beep bop beep bop beep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're doing it. And when I click on this cell here, it knows that we can go down into the west and we can go south into the east. And if I connect that up now, it has a flag for south into the east, south into the west. What? You should have a north into the... All right, something's wrong there. This one can go north and north into the east. Is that a bug on my end? This one has a northwest. This one has a southeast. Yeah, that's setting wrong. One day at a time, progressing. I'd like some checkboxes. Oh, this I can... Oh, that's already connected. Okay, something's wrong when we set the make connection. This is all going to go into make link. It should be probably called make connection. Make the link. Okay, no... Oh, that's because we flipped the direction. We flipped the direction. Okay, inverted. Should we just say instead inverted equals true? And have a bool. Bool inverted equals false, inverted equals true, inverted equals inverted. And then let's just do all this switchies. Because what is this really giving us? It's giving us the model and the Y rotation, which is what we want to do up here. Model, pointer model equals null. Y rotation equals 0. F32, sir. And now we want to do a humongous switch. We want to just take, basically we just want to take all this code here. I don't know if we want to, but we're going to. Bada boom. Switch. We don't need to switch that, we just switched the direction. Okay. Then connection dot model equals model dot dot dun, 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 dun. Well, it's exciting. We're getting excited. F32 Y rotation. Dun 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 dun. Where were we? Okay. But Y rotation equals Y rotation. And then when we go to draw, we can just say connection model Y rotation equals connection inverted question mark connection Y rotation plus 180. There we go. It didn't miss a thing there. Everything is going to work out perfectly. And now this node here has southwest, southeast, northeast. Now we're no longer calculating, we're calculating once. When we make the cell, we can make little loops. We can make some figure eights. Bloody brilliant. Let's do a new game called, when we are in here, debug draw the selected node. That's cool. Then we're doing debug draw. Where do we do our where are we doing the draw all of the things? Are we doing that in the editor? Oh no, we're out of juice. We're low on juice. Juice low. Render all the active rail nodes. Let's not. If 0 and if I don't want you to be there, I want you to be there. rail.c, when we draw, is it the editor? Maybe it is the editor.c. Cell rail nodes, if node.active. Oh no, yeah, we can do it in rail.c. Oh man, I keep jumping all over the place. Rail update. Okay, if current node. Debug sphere, this does a little white one. This is a debug for the current node wire. Let's not do that right now. Oh yeah. We'll draw this. We'll make it false. We'll set it to 0.75. And then draw node neighbors. Yes, this if one draw node neighbors. If neighbor and neighbor active, draw a sphere 0.75 blue faded. Let's just make it blue. Dum 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 ding ding dum. Okay, they're a little bit big. 0.075 might be better. Nice. Okay, cool. So then it shows me which... no, I don't want that to be done there. This wants to go if rail node selected 1. If rail node selected 1, if rail node current node, this is this one, debug draw. Nice. So this just should now give us like, okay, what node we're on, and then what node we can connect. RB selected. I don't know about you, but I'm a snake case convert. Major snake case convert. Yeah, that's what we wanted. But it's still allowing me to... Oh no. Interesting. Will it let me pick that one? No. Ha! Ha! I guess this, if current node, only draw... Yeah, we can get back to this if it's active. How good? Yeah, feels pretty good, man. To make this UI option. So now I can only select or even preview nodes that are active. Okay, those ones, none of those are active. Some of these, like that one is active. This is some bad math on my part. Oh yeah, and I want to turn off this drawing of draw node neighbors, draw the selected node, connection valid, debug, draw the midpoint. I don't want to do that. not right now, and I don't want to draw the box because that all kind of works. 2 hours 28, man. Whoever thought things wouldn't happen? We can do a thing. Oh, that button's not the right button. Yeah, see that guy there doesn't update when I do like that. Now it is. See, it knows it's correct. It's just the state doesn't update. The update state. Like that one. It didn't build there. It's supposed to loop through them all and do it. On this auto activate cell connections, active cell rail nodes, it goes through them and it does this rail node active check active. Every time you make a piece of land, it goes through every single other piece of land and rechecks if its rail node should be active or not. And I don't know why that is sometimes one step behind. So I might say, I might do a reverse loop and see if that is greater than 0, is greater than or equal to 0. I minus minus. I hope I don't destroy the world. Minus 1 is important there. Oh, what's the problem? Oh, U size. This is where U size is wrong. It needs to go negative. Oh yeah, this is where we need a little two. Okay, so now when I go here, now that one's connected. Okay, that one, two. If I switch to rail, it's still not connected. It knows it's there. It knows it's a neighbor. But for some reason it's not activating. Until I put down another block and when it runs through again. So this is a complicated beast. If it's a north-south node, which it isn't, it's an east-west node. East-west, first test the cell up into the east. If cell and cell dot initialized. Maybe I just have a button. Because this is editor problems, I guess. This is editor issues. I'll put it on editor.c. Editor input. Note key to redo the auto rail connection tests as Sometimes they don't all get connected. The last one on a slope. If is key priest. What key is it going to be? Key shift, left shift, and there's key plus key R. We can just say grid auto, what is it called? Auto activate cell connections. I need to get out of Zen mode, man. I can't do it. Oh. Level pointer level equals game get editor get current level. If level initialize auto connect the level grid. Shift R, abort. What did we? Auto activate cell connections. What was it called? Auto activate cell connections. Oh, it's internal. My bad. Game.h grid. Grid auto activate cell connections. And it wants a cell. It doesn't need a cell. Error, too many calls, yes, because now we're sending the cell. Too few arguments in call. Not correct. What does it want? It wants a grid. Yeah? Yep. Annoyingly, we don't have the debug anymore, but 2, boom, 1. So if I put one there, go to rail. These ones a thing. If I push Shift R, doesn't work. Oh, that's because I need to be in edit to rain mode or something annoying. No, it didn't work. But if I put another block in, now it works. What's happening there? Is this just getting called at a weird time? auto-activating cell connections. This key down. If all the keys on the keyboard, I just decide to use a key I'm already using. Funny. So we can replicate the issue by going here and not getting it. Auto-activating cells. It does do it. That green thingy, I mean, now we're just messing around with little bitty bobs, but green, red, is rail connection valid? Current node, and it's active. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, now it just shows me the options, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool, man. This little ghost one is really... Oh, rail connection already exists. That's pretty cool. That should be in the valid check, I guess. Boom. Maybe to switch it up a little bit, I'll do a little bit of blendery stuff, just because we've been pretty hardcore coding. Oh, my doggies are asleep. Corner rail, straight rail. Oh, gee. Do you hear a noise, bud? Beansy. Oh, yeah. Oh, Beansy. All right, Beans. Okay, Beansy. Okay, Beansy. Okay, Beans. All right, Beans. All right, Chili. All right, Chili. Okay, Chili. Okay, Chili. Okay, Chili. Okay, Beansy. Okay. Chili. Okay, okay. I know, Chili. I know. Oh, good girl. Well done. You saw them off. Yeah. So how did we even do this before? Oh, Beansy. You're doing it. Yes, Beansy, I know. Yes, I know. Yeah, we know. We all heard it. wood. Blocks. So what do? We get the normal dot product normal bevel. Geometry normal. Actually, the other way around was better, eh? Shader editor. Okay. We want the normal dot product with a bevel and into a color ramp into the base color. And then we can make the samples more, make the radius more. Do we need to do a bit of a smart UV project it? Okay, we're not really getting any darkness per se, but we might need to be in rendered mode. No. Am I missing something? Bevel smaller, bevel larger. Doesn't seem to be working. What did we do wrong? Geometry, normal dot product. Yeah, this is supposed to be edging. Wait, not that kind of edging. Calm down, guys. Vector dot product. Do we need to go to cycles to see it? Okay. No. If I make this like blue and this one like pink, are we getting any hint of pink? Make this very small. Ah, yes. Very small indeed. Oh yeah, that's kind of what we wanted. Like something like that. Is it using... That's pretty cool. Radius. Yeah, little shaded guys, kinda. Does it do it in here? It can't really, can it? Oh, we're on CPU compute? Come on, let's go. Is this gonna kill my string? Alright, little bit of that. Radius low. These are going to be so small, but don't worry. And the rail, why is it rail 4? Whoops. Rail 1. We'll do like that. Give it a little roughness. Now my idea was to then bake this. And I forget again how you need a thing to which you're baking to. Image, texture. We'll make a new 1024 is probably fine. call it rail albedo. Or we'll just call it rail straight. Rail straight. Okay. We can go to the image editor and we can bring up the rail straight, which is just a blank texture. And we copy this guy onto the wood as well, and we do that. Why are there 3 slots? Slot 1 is nothing. Okay. And we've got our little dude. When we go to baking, lighting, let's not take the lighting or the indirect. Maybe we'll get the indirect lighting. Bake type, diffuse. Bake. Geonode straight is not enabled for rendering. Sorry. I don't see nothing. Image save as textures. Should we just save them straight down to the dev daisy trains, C daisy trains, res textures, rail straight. So nothing happened. We've got this. Why did we know bakey? No active image found in material slot 0. Render result, rail straight. Oh, and yeah, why is slot 0? Can we get rid of you? Bake, texture bake. Come on, buddy boy. Show me the money. Internal image. Image, save. Doesn't look like it's saved. It just looks like a nothing. I've probably forgotten one important step. Bake, diffuse. This plane has UV maps. UV map? It does have a UV map. We are in object mode. We do have that and that. Bake, bake. For daisy trains to have a day-night cycle, different seasons. I would like for daisy trains to have different worlds that are different, like biomes, maybe. So like there's a island world and a desert world and a perhaps, and then day-night cycle. Yeah, I did think about that. Not 100% sure how what the process for shading is going to be at this stage. And lighting. Definitely want to make shadow maps. So what am I doing wrong here now, sir? If I have bake, texture bake. Block, block. Why am I getting no result? You need to click the image texture. Yeah. They both have this rail straight thing on it. Is it because I'm rendering indirect? Oh, there it is. Okay, so that's just the... Interesting. What if we do a combined one? What happens if we do this? So this is actually like baking world lighting into it, which is kind of cool. So now we need to save out this as an OBJ, right? I think that's what I did with the other ones. OBJ, textures, models, terrain flat, terrain slope.obj, rail. Has anyone done shadow mapping before? Don't export the material. Export the straight rail, then image, save as rail straight, save as image. Now. Oops, where's textures? We have the straight rail. Beauty. And under game model rail pieces flat, rail straight dot obj. Is that what it was called? Models rail straight dot obj, and then g game models dot rail pieces rail piece flat. Nope. Flat dot materials 0 textures rail straight dot png. Oh, is this gonna do it? Is it gonna do it? Oh, pre-baked shading. Is it kind of in the ground a little bit? It's funny how it does that. I thought it would be even, but obviously me maths. Yeah, why is that like that? It is exactly the size of the thing. It just must be my geometry nodes are bad. Nice. Now it's kind of annoying. I need to do this again. Oh yeah, this is offsetting's really bad. Oh, there is a rail curve over here. Oh, and that just, wow, that just did it, I guess. The geometry node editor would rail 3 can just be rail 1. Yeah. Yeah, buddy boy. Bam, 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 ba-dam, da-dam, da-dam, da-dam. Ooh, we're gonna need to do a realize instances. there, that'll be good. And apply that. Shader Editorio. Get rid of this. Okay, rail straight. Let's make a new image called rail corner. Okay. Rail corner and then wood. Set this to rail corner. Bake that bad boy. Bake it up. Oh. Why is this like that? Bake it up. No active UV layer. UV, smart UV. Bake. What about no shaders? Oh yeah. Image, save as. Rail corner, save the image. GeoNodes, export the OBJ. Rail straight.obj, rail corner. .obj. Nice. Oh, whoops, we still need slope as well. Rail piece corner equals rail corner dot obj. Then write out that big line for me. Oh, why though, man? Is it? Oh, wait, that doesn't look good. Stop. Is it because this has been rotated? It has. Okay, now file, export, obj, rail corner, export. Do you find it a magic thing or a sad thing when you realize that everything, oh what? In all computing, oh, is this the wrong corner or something? Why is it? Should it be like that? It's just files with numbers in them. Oh man, why are you like this? What did I do to you? Whoa, we're off grid. That's kind of cool. Is it negative 180? That's the same. Where should you be? Negative 90? Dude, man. Is that even gonna match up? Rotate around that by that. I don't even know if it is. Oh, I'm glad I did these all in separate files. Corner rail. Copy object. Can I just put it in here? I can. Oh wow, is it really different? It's not that different. You there? Have you got GeoNodes still going on? You do. You will get wood going on with that one, and we'll get rail 1 going on with that one. We will bake you down. We will apply you. We will unwrap you. unwrap. Man, I love Blender. Blender is just mwah. I came from Cinema 4D, and then Blender just suddenly became amazing. Wow, that's a slightly different UV map. That's a slightly different UV map. Did I do unwrap? Oh yeah. Save. You. Export. Now what? Yes, pre-shaded. Pre-shaded rail pieces. Why would you need Unreal Engine when you can just pre-shade everything? Stylize it in Blender and then just bake the materials. Yeah. Well, this could be quite cool. Once I get the trains going, I wanted to... because you got this node here, right? And it knows that there's a connection. It knows what it says. It's got these, I don't know if you can read them, but it knows it's got an east, a northwest. And then there's like, if a train's coming this way, it's got three possible decisions. Well, it's got three possible options coming this way. And then I want to be able to actually set that. So there's a little arrow that shows which way it goes. And so you can have these more complex track situations. And they can be multi-directional as well. So you can say, when the train's coming this way, it goes that way. But then when it comes this way, it goes that way. Woo! Running at a chill 3,000 frames a second. Yeah, this would be a good candidate for instancing. Raylib does have instancing, but it's I'm a little not able to do it. I'm a little not smart enough yet. I have got a little example working. There's a guy who makes games with C and Raylib, and he's got this game where he renders like millions of these little gems using the instancing call. In fact, he rewrote the Raylib instancing call because it had an unnecessary memory allocation or something. Yes, Daisy Trains. Daisy Trains, whoever thought you'd come this far? Oh, you know what? It should, instead of picking up, it should be like a little game where you got to go collect things, a little, like a Bomberman, Super Bomberman or something. Like a Bubble Bobble with trains. What I was thinking is like you got, say you got a level like this. And over here you got an objective, and over here you got an objective, and over here you got an objective. And you want to build this network that can handle multiple trains. But if the trains touch each other, they go and they go off the map. And then you're like, oh, okay. So you got to like time them so that they go and they run on this loop without intersecting each other. the possibilities. I'd like to, like, right now, sorry, I'm just kind of rambling, but I'd like to make it, like, at first I was like, we're going to build these puzzles that people can solve. Then I was like, what if there's like a broader, more procedural or more like open way of playing it that's not just set puzzles, it's more like... It'd be cool to let the user, the player, get more creative, you know, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, we'll get there. Right now we can do this and it disables these connection points. But we don't have a way to disable rail just yet. Yes. Oh, the slopey boy is as of the old world. I think these you can't really see them, but I think it actually baked the reflections into the sides of the rail as well, which is kind of cool. She looks a bit muddy. I mean, you could do something wild like put a frickin' light, but you could even do like that. It just wouldn't look very natural. And I guess it all depends on where it's baking it from. If you hit bake now, would it actually bake this light in there? Oh, I don't think I've got direct light. Yeah, see, look, it actually bakes the light onto there. Oh wow, look at that. We've got lighting. The lighting just is a little bit not real. Who needs to write a real renderer? Blender's got a renderer. That's quite funny actually. Is shading code too hard? Why shade? That's quite funny actually. Who needs real-time lighting? We do, kind of. Oops. What is the strength? Oh, thanks. It's a Epo Maker Shadow X. I need to put this somewhere in some description. Epo Maker Shadow X with budgerigar switches, which is not modded in any way. It's just stock standard. All right, now let's just do the corner piece. Open, save, I guess. Rail, sloped straight rail. Oh, did I unslope it? What was the rotation amount? The block. Give me the corner block. No, son. Oh, the corner block. Actually, we don't have a corner block, do we? Copy objects, paste. Is this supposed to be like that at 20, 25, 26, 27 degrees? Is this a number? What number is it? $28? What's the actual number? 26.5? Seems good. Let's copy the whole thing across to this working file. Paste, 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 do. Do we even need to bake it down? I don't think we do. Okay, we do. Apply. Let's add a new thing called rail slope. Okay. Rail slope. Can we, oh, we must need to smart UV projectify, objectify, bake. Rail slope. Save as. Save as. File export. OBJ rail slope. Export. P slope equals slope OBJ rail slope. Is it just as simple as that? Just as simple as that, chaps. This is as simple as that, chaps. We need to get onto some procedural mesh generation of the terrain. That's one thing. And some procedural generation of the train tracks as well. What about that? That'd be pretty good. That'd be pretty good. A bit of Z fighting going on there. How long will we be going? 3 hours. What time is it? Seems good, man. So the blocks, what else can I do with the blocks? I thought of popping that in there. Oh yes. Popping that on there. This is the darkness multiplication. Gradient texture. What if this was in another color ramp that took in the factor and output me a base color? And this is the blender between top and bottom, like a piece of chocolate cake. Maybe we don't need that right now. This gets multiplied onto here. So that could be mix. Not mix. Mix color. The factor being some sort of grass. Yeah. I don't know if I'm barking up the wrong tree with this. Oh yeah, that only works like that, doesn't it? A little block. Looks like slime. And then I guess we want another mixer, mix color, and the factor being this factor and the color being that color, and that color. This color and a chocolatey brown color. I guess looking at it like that's probably better. They're all going to have the same pattern on them, aren't they? Noise texture. What about is noise, white noise texture just gonna be heinous? It's not gonna do anything, is it? Map it, scale it. Is that actually going to give us anything, or is this noise always the same size? The other thing you could do is this thing. You could add a mix color, and this has all the things. You could mix this with this, maybe. Just a slight bit of spiraling. And we want to do like a divide or something, or a difference. I always get this one. I always struggle with this one. What's the thing to switch inputs? There's a button for that, isn't there? Color burn. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's like a cowhide. Subtract. No. Wow. Is it like a maximum or something? Max. Math. Max between that one and that one. Maximum, minimum, less than, greater than, compare. Not quite. Smooth, minimum, square root. Multiply, add, round. What is it that I'm trying to do? I'm trying to say oh, power almost is it. Not quite. That's kind of cool. And then use this to mix the color factor of that. Oh, no, not that one. This to mix the color factor. Okay. Maybe don't. That's kind of something-ish. They're all just going to look exactly the same. Epsilon. Splotty. So no change, is it? Don't save. I just wanted to get some little texture going. Scale. Oh, yeah. Brr. Detail. Dimension. Oh yeah, look, there we go. Does it look so like high res? Wow. This needs to be mapped to the UV. Doesn't look good. Fully fed dog walk, chili cheese fries done. Lou made this, got this little, these little mini blocks. Yeah. Keep morale high. Oh man, yeah, now I'm probably... Oh, what did I do? I'm wondering about, Oh yeah. Actually, maybe... What is this block? Grass flat. If I say bake... Old McDonald's fries recooked. Yeah. Sounds good. Oh, sorry, I just realized my mic's probably been a little low. We're back. And if I was to do a combined direct lighting, give me the actual lighting. It's just like ambient lighting. Yeah, all it does is fade it out a bit. We don't need that. We just need the combined. Okay, we needed something. Yeah, okay. Image save. We've got, I don't know, we've got, Jesse, what we've got is rails are working and we've got pre-shaded rail pieces. I don't know why that didn't, are these not the... Why? Block grass. Did I save as? Oh, it's in the wrong folder. C dev. Yeah, we're skirting around daisy trains. Wait, C, no, dev, daisy trains. There's so many daisy trains folders now. C, daisy trains, res, textures, block flat. We're skirting around the reality that we're going to have to create a 3D shading model. Oh, yes. Lovely chocolatey biscuits. Oh yeah, we've got these little things now where we can see where we can build. Slopes hasn't quite been updated yet. Oh yes. Bup. Anyone know anything about marching cubes? I've done marching squares before. Yes! Maybe these things are a little heavy. I don't know why it's so... Did I just increase... This is the very definition of work in progress. Maybe just a light little hint. A hint there. I love this baking workflow though. I did do a thing. I did do a little test. Open, don't save. Under... assets, I think daisy trains, I think Blender, no, models, prototype. Yes, this guy. I did do a little test where I gave it this, it looks hideous, but I was just testing doing a noise, texture, color burn based on the dot product. That's what it was. Can I copy these over? The clipboard is empty. Noise, texture. So this was going into here, and it was mixed before the color ramp. Color burn. And it was in the A slot, and this was in the factor, the B slot. Oh yeah, that creates some sort of. Oh yeah. I was wanting to, because there's this. I don't know if I was. He does have one of those. I've got this poster, this Transport Tycoon poster. And it's got this really cool 50s, like, what do you call it? Stippling. And I was like, oh man, I want to need some stippling. A little stippling. Oh, does this want to go into like a... I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, buddy. Bake. Cube is like a square, just bigger. Oh, yeah. The matching squares algorithm is pretty clever. There they are. It's like, say these are squares. Each square has a state on or off. And then each square looks around all of its neighbors and adds up the different states. And that number maps to a binary representation of like a state chart thing. I think I've got it in here somewhere. How do you search? Control open grid world. No. Notes? I don't know. Anyway, I made a little thing about it. And then the 3D one is the same thing, but in 3D. There are squares, now they are marching. Yes, you march through each square and get the state of it. The state of it. I quite like this. Oh yeah, getting back to my Transport Tycoon. Yeah, I got this poster printed out. Oops. Yeah. from the original box art, and it's got this cool like Art Deco kind of stippling effect. So I can imagine if you could create that in a shader, that'd be pretty cool. So, wow, this has become a little complicated. Maybe I can just get rid of some of the nodes that aren't doing anything anymore. You're not doing anything. The bake texture. None of this is final, I'm just messing around. Obviously. Save. What about block dirt? Can block dirt have grass 001? Make a copy and call it grass dirt. And this is just all dirt. Can I remove that and just make it like that? Yeah, it's the same thingamabob. Into block grass, block dirt, bake. Image, save. And then block slope. This grass sloped grass. Not grass, grass 001. Haha, it's like a little wedge. Grass 001 sloped. And this. Oh yes. So this kind of needs to go like that. One, but then it needs to rotate on a way. Okay, maybe not. Texture. And this is from generated. What about UV? Ooh. What about generated? This is never easy. Oh, yo. No, that ain't it either. Because we want it to line up with a block. Like that. But then it also needs to line up with the block dirt. The negative 0.5, like that. Maybe I'm just mapping it the wrong way. Maybe we need to do this split. Is it separate X, Y, Z, Z. Oh, I see. I see. Object. Texture. Vector. Normal. Ooh. Just click buttons until something happens that you like. No, that ain't it. point generated. We were closest to that. And we had we were doing like that. $3D. I love how none of them make any sense. What are we doing here, chaps? Texture paint? Third dimension is real, yeah, I know. Stay in 2D world, man. There's nothing here for you. There's nothing here for you in this dimension. Easing. Diagonal. Everything just seems to be not what we need. Come on, dude. Give me the... Oh, that seems like it's doing something. But then it's not. Oh, that's the one. Like that. But something is now like that. Perfect. Yes. Bake for all you're worth. Grass sloped, bake. Yeah, that I am kind of adjusting while I'm mapping off the UVs. It's like Indiana Jones in here. Hey, what happened? Oh, I saved it to the wrong location. I'm sure of it. Save as. Textures. Yes. Save as. Dun dun. Oh, that's a little bit of a dark spot, but you know, whatever. Our chocolatey world is working. It's like Harry Potter up in here. Wizardry. I wonder if it'd be really cool if you could get... Sorry. If you could get matching whatnots working. Unhandled exception. Unable to read neighbor. We're off by 1. Okay, that's a big to-do. Crash on certain border rail checks. Rail node activation checks. Yeah, if you could do marching cubes or something fancy. Whoa, what's happening in this music? if you could do something fancy, then you could open level editing to the, then you could add like terraforming open to the player. Now we're Minecraft 2. I feel like when they made Minecraft, they like made the first block texture. They were like, well, just chuck something together for the texture of the grass block. And then they were like, never changed it. Oh, we're not going to be able to do a curve up there, are we? But we can do it like this. It's annoying that you've got to go one across each time. Oh, and that annoying bug annoys. Yeah, dog. I mean, it looks kind of wacky, but boom, full screen edition. 3,000 frames a second. It's nothing to us. This is debug mode. Although I don't know if there's much difference between C debug mode and release mode. I haven't noticed much of a difference. Come on, man. Oh yeah. Why is that not working? Oh, is this a bug? Is this another rail bug that it for some reason it thinks that that is not a valid thingamabob. Whereas that one is interesting. Yeah. Oh wait. Didn't think about that, did I? Oh man, that is what I'm talking about. It's so much better when you do a stream and actually can achieve things and not be just constantly scratching your head. Food for thought. There's no lighting model going on yet, so it's kind of cool that it actually looks like something with this fake shading. How far can we zoom? Nice. Whoa, that bug is weird as well. Oh, I overwrote the level. I always do that. What do you do when you can't sleep anymore? I fix bugs at 4 a.m. in the morning. Man, ain't that the truth? If I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning... I was at 4 o'clock in the morning for you. Yeah, if I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, 100% of the brain activity is devoted to trying to figure out bug fixing. You actually get up, get out of bed, and go fix it. Oh yeah, story time. For anyone that didn't hear the story in the first part of the stream, here it comes again. So this is my chair that I bought, you know, after doing some research. Couldn't afford a Herman Miller. If anyone doesn't know what a Herman Miller is, they're the fancy, expensive chairs. What's happening? Things are happening. I'm getting hiccups. Have I got too many windows open? Too many blenders? Don't save. couldn't afford a Herman Miller. The other day, walking through the alley by my house, someone was throwing away a Herman Miller. Just out. No, I didn't steal it. It was a grey one. I wanted a grey one as well. A Herman Miller. In good working order. In the alleyway. In the alleyway. Oh my gosh, the ergonomics. I'm never going to get over it. I'm going to keep this chair till the day I die. When I'm like 80, I'm going to be sitting there. Yeah, well, I was just walking down the street. Yeah, it's a Herman Miller Mirror 2. And also this one's quite warm because it's got material in it. First world problems. Sydney's quite a hot city. Yesterday it was 41 degrees in Sydney. Yeah, it was in pretty good nick. It got a little bit wet, and there's a little dark patch where it got a little bit wet in the rain because it was maybe in the rain, but bruh, carried that thing home, rolled it through the streets. Here we are, ergonomics, posture, spine straightening. Still kind of sore, but sometimes, you know, you get a little sign from the universe. It's like, sit down and make your game. Anyway, let's push this. This is a good commit. Look at all these changes. What is all these? Oh, code counters. Someone, when I first started the project, was like, don't use the git ignore template for Visual Studio. I was like, why not? And it had in it to just ignore all OBJ files, which were all the models. So they weren't getting committed, but now they are. Rail models, fixed some connection bugs, texture testing. Commit, yes. I do my git on GUI. Oh, no one saw that. We committed. Well, 4 hours, right on the button. That's a good time. Thanks everybody for coming, hanging out, and it's been good. It's been good vibes. Whoa, that was my stomach. So hungry. Yeah. All right. Good luck with your 4 a.m. Bug fixes. If you ever wake up at 4 a.m. and you want to know what's happening, come hang out. I always have to look up the cache command when things got into the repo. Man, git scares me. One time I did a commit, an accidental one. No worries, man. I want to stream more. I got to do some, work to pay the bills. Somehow I'm like, how can you like, hey, I want to make my games on YouTube the whole time, and then be like, and then it's like, are you doing like Patreon or something? And then you're asking people for money. I'd like much rather have something to offer. I don't even know how that stuff works. But yeah, we'll just balance it with some real world work for a while and see what happens. And hopefully Daisy Trains goes super fast and becomes in beta real soon. Do early access. That's not going to happen though, but we'll try. But yeah, anyway, peace everybody. We'll see you on the next one. I'll try stream ASAP.